Hi, in this video I'll show you how to create a comprehensive professional information architecture, and we are going to use the information architecture template that I have created for you. I will leave the link under this video. You'll go to Figma community, find this information architecture template and just get a copy. So we are going to use this template to create our information architecture, and we are going to train on this resource. This is an e-commerce kit that I've also created for you, and you can also find the community preview in my profile. I will also leave the link. So this is an e-commerce website, and actually I would advise you to check it out because it's an awesome resource. I've used more than 100 insights from large-scale usability testing to build this template for you. So it's not only just a template with a high-quality design, which of course it is, and everything is connected to the design system, everything is structured properly, but also every design decision is connected to the insights from large-scale usability testing and research. So you'll find a lot of insights on every small detail. If it is about navigation, there are actually a lot of insights about navigation that you should know when you're creating an e-commerce website. Or if it is about cart and checkout, so in community preview I hidden all the insights, and if you purchase this, you'll have all the insights available. So every design decision is connected to these insights, and this is awesome because it costs little and you could charge much more your clients for these valuable insights. But anyway, we are going to take the product list page, this one, and we are going to create an information architecture out of it. So I assume you've copied this community preview file and you've also copied the information architecture. And now let's try to create a small part of information architecture, which is this file. So what we have here, in information architecture file, we have our main core page, which will be the e-commerce website. And then we'll have other pages. So for example, we might have the home page, maybe about us, and so on. And we will also have the product list page. And under product list page, we will have the product page, the single product page, and so on. So let's assume that we'll have only these pages, and we are going to work only on product list page. So for now I will remove everything else because we will focus only on that product list page. I will put my e-commerce template nearby so we can see actually the design. And I'll put my information architecture here. And everything is already auto layout, so you don't even have to think much about how to organize it. Everything is already organized for you. Let's first review what all these things mean. So in our information architecture, we have the page name, obviously, we have the notes, and here I often type something like, for example, filters, and I display which filter will be on the page. Then probably we will have sorting, and I will also put it here, and I will explain which sorting will be here in notes. And then, for example, we have search and so on. So it's not like really the elements on the page, but it is something that organizes your page, like filters, sorting, like search, maybe different views like table view and cart view, everything goes here. And then we have elements. It might be everything's auto layout, so you don't have to think about it. It might be here, for example, you have element something like, for example, a marketing banner. And you can put it just here, so you might have different elements here, or you can put everything under section. So for example, in this one, we have the section that is product area, right? So they will be under section here. So under section we also might have different elements or might not. So here we have several elements and it just represented differently. So it means that if I am talking about marketing banner, it is one, but if, for example, I want a product card, we will have a lot of product cards here. So I will use this element here. Then we have link to page, action. Action means just like a button. For example, here I have shop now, which will be the action. Here I have like clear filters, which will be also the action, and so on. Probably if it is the SaaS page, there would be like, I don't know, create a new product button, and it will also be action. And sometimes I need more information about the element, and then I will choose element with nodes. So this element and these elements are the same, but just in this example I can add more nodes. So I will return everything as it was, because these are actually the components that we will need, and we'll create this small product page. Alright, so we have a home page, about us, and product list page that now we want to create. So what we have here, of course, usually it's the opposite. Usually you first create information architecture and then create design. But today I'm just showing you how to create information architecture, how to organize it. So I'm showing you the visual examples so it's more understandable, but of course it's usually the opposite. So there is no point to create information architecture after you've already created design. Yeah, and it's much easier to miss some elements if you didn't think about information architecture before. So what we have here, we have breadcrumbs and navigation, which will be the part of global navigation, so I will not mention them here. Also the name of the page is part of the global navigation, so I will not mention it. But what I have here, here I have also the sub-navigation, which is only specific to this product list page. So I need to add it to this information architecture, and there are different ways to do this. I might put it in the nodes. So here I have my nodes, and I can put it here, that this is the sub-navigation, or I can choose the separate element and use it as the separate element, and I'll probably do just this. I have my separate element, and I will name it as the category sub-navigation. Alright, so I have this element here. Also, I have subcategories thumbnails. I also want to put it here, and now it is not the one element, although quite a big one and with its own complexity, but I think it's understandable for me. I have different several elements, so here I will choose several elements and put here subcategory thumbnails. Alright, let's go next. Next, I have my filters and sorting, and as I have told you, I put filters, sorting, and other view options like table, cards, grouping. I put it in the nodes because it's not actually the element, it is something that just affects the view, so I put it here. I have filters, and let's say I already know which filters I will have. So I put them all here. Price. And let's say that I have more filters. All right. Then I also have sorting. Sorting I also put here. So I have sorting. And I should mention which sorting it is. So now it is by relevance. This will be semi-bold. relevance, and then probably by price, most popular, and so on. So we've documented our filters and sorting this way. Let's move forward. We also have the number of items, and number of items is certainly the separate element. So I put it here, number of items. Although, you know what, it seems like it's so small that I don't want to put it as the separate elements. I'll do it differently. So now we also have our product section where we have a lot of products, and I would create it like a separate section, so it's very understandable visually for me that this is like a separate section. I need to grab the section component because it seems like I've deleted everything that was there before. So I just copy the section component here to auto layout, and let's delete everything that we don't need. And I think I'll probably create also a component out of it, so you don't have to copy section, but you also can choose it from the components. But for now, just copied it. Okay, and now I want notes inside this section, and here I put number of items because I think notes are enough for number of items. I don't want to put it in separate. So this section is product list. All right, and for product list, I of course have my product cards, and product cards are several elements, so I will choose several elements, but I also want to put some notes, so I'll choose several elements with notes. I put product card, and here in notes I put what I want to be here. So image, favorite, badge, like new, deal, sale, and whatsoever. Then I have the brand name, item name, price, and colors. All right, I think that's all what I have for product card. And here I also have marketing message inside, so I want to put inside the product list the marketing message. So I create a new element and I put it here, marketing message. And then I just have also the navigational items that in this case are a load more button. So load more button will be action. I do action and I type load more. So in notes I'll also put how many items are shown. And I put it on top because here we see that it is on the bottom, but when we create the information architecture, it might not be obvious for us that we put it in the bottom. For example, you might want to put it, I don't know where, probably on top. So I just put it in notes, so later I can decide where to put it. And that's it, we have our product list page. As you could see, it's very easy and fast to create the information architecture with product with auto layout. You just have to copy the template and then just type your mind. You don't have to worry about how to organize it. Just Command C, Command V, and just choosing different components. And I will also put this section into components, so you don't have to copy it as I did, and you will also be able just to choose it from here. That's it for this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to this channel, because here you could find a lot of free and useful information for designers. Bye!